Our project is focused on social conformity and the pressures of drinking in college students.
Conformity is a type of social influence involving a change in a belief or a behavior in order to fit in with the group. The reason for the changed behavior is due to a real or imagined group pressure.
An example of a well-known study conducted on social pressures and conformity is the Ash line study, in which participants were surrounded by Confederates of the study, and they were presented lines on a piece of paper that they had to match up according to length. The Confederates would all answer a clearly wrong answer to see if the actual participant in the study would go along with it. And after conducting 12 trials, Ash found that 75% of the participants conformed at least once, according to the textbook Social Psychology. This is a form of normative conformity, which means that you are yielding to a group pressure because you want to fit in. Drinking in college is also a form of normative conformity. With the norm being to drink, some people who would not normally drink themselves end up drinking to fit in with the social pressure. According to Clarity Way, here are some statistics about drinking in college. 4 out of 5 college students drink alcohol. 1/2 of college students who drink consume alcohol through binge drinking. 1 in 4 students experience academic consequences related to their drinking.
To develop a social network in college, students typically immerse themselves in the social environment in order to fit in. Since alcohol is such a prominent part of college culture, drinking frequently facilitates the adoption of a new college student identity. Alcohol is very prevalent when it comes to peer interactions and social functions, but just how strong is the pressure to drink? Multiple studies were conducted on college students to test peer influences on college drinking, and the results were published in the Journal of Substance Abuse, Peer Influences on College Drinking. In the study, participants were in a simulated tavern setting and led to believe they were to participate in a wine tasting task with another participant, who was actually a Confederate. Confederates would model either heavy drinking behavior or light drinking behavior when casually speaking to the participant. The research showed that the participants exposed to heavy drinking consumed more than participants exposed to light drinking. Across all studies, the participant modeled the Confederate's drinking rate during the session, even after being told the Confederate was trying to influence alcohol use.
There is no clearer place to see the effects of peer pressure on young people's perspectives of drinking than on social media sites.
A study titled Hey Everyone, I'm Drunk, an evaluation of drinking-related Twitter chatter, published in the Journal of Studies on Alcohol and Drugs, discusses the prevalence of pro-drinking sentiments on Twitter. The study used simple methods. All tweets containing drinking-related keywords like alcohol and drunk were collected from March 13th to April 11th in 2014. Then, researchers analyzed a random sample of 5,000 of the most influential tweets they gathered for sentiment, theme, and source. The results said that about 1 out of every 1,250 tweets is about alcohol. 79% were pro-alcohol and only 7% were anti-alcohol, and 13% had a neutral or unknown sentiment. To put that in perspective of influence, the potential reach of the pro-alcohol tweets was around 8 times higher than the reach of the anti-alcohol tweets. Because young people are responsive to peer and media influences, there is a potential for pro-drinking tweets to increase their modeling of risky drinking behaviors and could normalize the misuse of alcohol.
In addition, according to a study published in the book Addictive Behaviors, the influence that social media has on college students stems from other social media sites as well, such as Facebook and Instagram.
Let's go find some participants.
Personally, I haven't been peer pressured, and I haven't really witnessed peer pressuring on campus regarding to drinking. I think it would be different depending on who is being peer pressured. Personally, I feel like I would be more comfortable to intervene if it was something that was happening with my friends, but if I saw it happening with people, say at a bar or something that I didn't know, I think it would be a little bit harder for me to want to or to be able to interfere. I think people typically are susceptible to peer pressure. If they really, I would say it has to do a lot with how they feel about others' opinions of themselves and whether or not they think that their opinions matter based on whether or not they're drinking or not. So whether or not people think that they're going to have a better self-opinion if they are drinking is probably something that has to do with peer pressure and drinking. I think a lot of that would have to either be surrounding yourself with people that know your preferences, so whether or not you do like to drink or how much you are comfortable with drinking, and so that they can respect when you say no and that you don't want to drink more. Also, I think just having a strong morals against it, I guess, if you don't want to drink, and then just making sure that you make sure those are stated, and then not really feel bad if you aren't participating in drinking like other people. No, I didn't.